It was once said that if an artist such as Paul Arago or Howard Hodgkin were asked to name the painter they most admired, they would likely choose Patrick Caulfield. His style was distinctive. His bright colours, graphic use of shape, and focus upon ordinary, everyday subjects recall comic strip illustrations. The artist was known to be a fan of Hergé's Tintin series, and such associations encouraged Caulfield's link with pop. Yet just as Bridget Riley never considered herself to be a pop artist, Caulfield remained uncomfortable with the term. He preferred to describe himself as a formal artist and sought to present his work as a continuation of early 20th century modernism. Like Roy Lichtenstein, he possessed a keen interest in the history of art, but he didn't share Lichtenstein's interest in the mythic, romantic potential of popular culture and mass media. In contrast to many of his contemporaries, Caulfield's influences were drawn from Europe rather than America, specifically the abstract cubist works of Georges Braque, Juan Gris, and Ferdinand Léger. Indeed, while Caulfield's work is typically empty of figures and focuses almost exclusively on subjects such as interiors and the still life, his painting of Gris stands as a notable exception, as if to underline the artist's influence on his work. As Caulfield explained, "What I like about Juan Gris's work is not that he's dealing with different viewpoints, it's the way he does it. It's very strong formally and decorative." Caulfield defined his main area of interest as the shock of the familiar, and he delighted in the seemingly banal. His work might be defined as an aesthetics of economy, with each subject reduced to a minimal level of detail, often only line and shape and colour, painted without shadow. As he put it, "I like the idea that things have been done in the most minimal fashion, that you don't keep adding." Food and drink often featured, either as reworkings of a traditional still life composition or as a trace of human presence left in an otherwise empty space, with details such as a half-drunk glass of wine or an unfinished meal introducing a melancholy tone. The work behind me is Tandoori Restaurant from 1971. Caulfield's large-scale interior of a tandoori restaurant is rendered in the artist's characteristic style, using household paint rather than traditional artist materials. Strong back outlines, flat blocks of colour, and simplified details almost give the scene the appearance of a stage set, making the familiar environment seem uncanny and unsettling. It's not surprising to learn that such pictures have been described as settings rather than interiors. The size of the composition draws the viewer into the picture, but the sense that they are intruding on a recently abandoned scene, with the drama of everyday life taking place somewhere just beyond the picture's edge, is palpable. Tandoori Restaurant was one of several artworks from Wolverhampton Art Gallery's own collection, chosen to be exhibited when the city hosted the British Art Show 9 in 2022. The theme of living with difference was central to the curation of this exhibition, and Caulfield's picture was perhaps selected because of the artwork's contribution to this narrative. The date of the painting is crucial here. It was created in 1971, originating from a period of British history in which large numbers of people were moving to live and work in the country from overseas, mostly from the Caribbean and South Asia. As the fabric of British society changed, Indian cuisine became hugely popular, which may be why Caulfield chose to depict this particular subject.